I
Are we
think
on?
I think so. It says recording at the top. We're on.
On it. Fantastic. We made
We
it.
got there finally.
As you probably know, I often get online and just have waffle on about all kinds of topics that I'm chewing on at the moment. So, just trying a new segment where we are bringing on guests.
Joining the Waffle Club.
It'll be good for everyone to kind of get a little peek into you, yeah, how you got into fitness. Also, how you got to Australia.
Okay, we'll start there first. Yeah, originally born in England, and then when I was 24, one of my best mates, we did a road trip in America. So we did the East Coast, we did New York to Miami and Key West.
Nice.
It was good. So we did that for a month, caught like the traveling bug, really enjoyed it. And then he is a dual citizen. So he said one year that we should go to Australia because he goes every other year. And I just come off this amazing road trip and just thought, yeah, that sounds great. We booked it, probably only expecting to do a few months and then been here 7 years.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it's all stemmed from that little American road trip, really.
Yeah,
And obviously
nice. Never looked
my
back.
yeah, exactly. And I got here, so I don't know if you're aware, we have to do like farm work to get a second visa.
Right.
Then even more farm work to do a third visa. But I think they've scrapped that now. But yeah, I had to do the farm work, which actually was probably one of the highlights of my Australian trip because it made me meet this massive group of people who have now fallen into be like my best mates and things like that. And then from there, when we finished the farm work and we came to Sydney, I was a bit of a party animal. Gonna be honest. It wasn't
From farm work to party animal.
it was farm work to party animal, yeah. It was every Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Anyone who knows me will know I just loved it. It came up in all of our wedding speeches actually about me being a party boy and then taking this big U-turn. So I spent the first year and a half in Sydney enjoying myself a lot, and then yeah, decided that I need to rein that back a little bit. I think 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I did my PT cert.
That's quite a drastic
It
shift. What was that trigger? Did something kind of lead you into like, hey, I kind of need to change something up?
just started to get like these. Obviously, you're going to feel shitty Monday through to Thursday, and then when Friday
Right.
comes, it's time to go again. But I started to get a few headaches and things like that. Going to the doctors, got MRI scans and things, but everything came back fine. But it was a little wake up call for me to just be like, I need to rein this in a little bit. And I started listening to a few podcasts of just nutrition people, health and fitness podcasts. Um, and it is when I started listening to them, I realized how important your health is. And you can't just kind of keep abusing your body like that. You've got to sometimes, well, you've got to find a point to rein it in and
Yeah.
start prioritizing that. I don't regret any of my party stages. I absolutely loved it, and
Right.
I met the best people there. I've probably met my wife from partying as well, so I don't regret any of it. It's just I'm glad I stopped when I did, and
Oh yeah.
now I've taken this path.
Did you kind of have an inkling of where to look before and how did you kind of navigate all the different options out there?
Probably wouldn't recommend this now, but I went from kind of like 0 to 100. I was like, right, I'm
Okay.
not doing that. I'm not doing any of this. I'm cutting out all of this. I'm doing that. Um, Molly and I actually went through a really rough patch during this transition, and it took her a long time to get used to this new Alex because she was used to party Alex, fun Alex, and things like that.
Oh yeah, that's who she fell in love with. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So that took a while for her to do that. A fitness guy I followed a while back. He was always into his, well, just health in general. And then someone he teamed up with was a functional nutritionist. He was
Mm.
actually called Paul Burgess. He's an English guy, and I started listening to his podcast, and he was just so like eye-opening about health, and it wasn't just lift weights and eat vegetables. It was
Mm.
such a deeper dive, even going into things like toxins and things like that. It was just
Mm.
a different world. I'd never even thought about it before. So I started listening to his podcast and it was just really getting me thinking that I want to do something along those lines. Funny enough, it's actually Molly who said you should do your PT cert.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
so
that's good.
yeah,
Well, she did a full turnaround.
it was good considering. Yeah, it was her who suggested it.
Awesome.
But
So
yeah, actually, sorry, to ask you a question about people starting off. Like Sydney's a very drinkable place, isn't it? Like it's
it
the sun
is.
is out and everyone wants to drink. So I've been there. I completely understand it. But I think it's just if you want to go out and do all the partying and things like that, I think at first just get in check with creating better meals first throughout the week. Just
Hmm.
get your whole foods in during the week. Make sure you're having high protein and actually do your exercise, whether that be weight training and a bit of cardio. Start doing that so that when you do go to the weekend, you're gonna have fun, whatever. You're at least doing the minimum
Hmm.
a week to try and be as healthy as you can. But then I would start trying to just not do every weekend.
Gradual.
I
Yeah.
would start to try and take a weekend out, like book something that you wouldn't normally do. Or another good one is actually surround yourself with people who are doing the stuff that you want to do.
Yeah.
So if you've
Huge.
got a group of friends who love drinking, it's actually learning to say no as well. It's actually being okay with yourself saying no. Do you know what? No, I'm going to stay in this weekend. I'm going to do something different. Um, so I would just start taking a weekend off first, and then maybe 2 weekends. Learn into a stage where you just pick your moments of where you think you're going to have a few drinks, and then if you know that's coming up, just ease off a little bit. Or I do say to clients, if you have to drink every weekend, try just have 4 drinks a week. Yeah, because
Yeah.
and then if you go out Saturday night, you have 4 drinks. I would also say make sure you've got your food prepped for the day after, because
It is about that preparation, isn't it?
yeah, I forgot to say, is it prepared to fail or fail to prepare or something like that? It is, isn't it?
That's it. Yeah.
So yeah. So if you can get your food done for the following day, then at least you know, right, if you're a little bit dusty, then
Hmm.
got your food done and you're kind of right back on track straight away. 4 drinks is I mean, it's enough now for me to feel it, but for most 4 drinks would be a nice amount. They can still get a good amount of sleep, and then they can get on with their day on the Sunday or Saturday.
That's it. And then start again Monday.
And start going, yeah, exactly that.
It is such a gradual thing. Like it is a bit of a circle because you are starting another week and just like another lap, and it can get boring and repetitive. So, staying on track and staying in that momentum where you're just building little habits here and there where you can, things get easier, they get faster.
Mm,
I like how you were mentioning earlier about just starting those little habits. So, like if you do Monday to Friday and then you just start swapping out the weekends.
mm.
And then, it builds upon like those little habits stack. Are
Yeah,
there other things that you feel like, people might be missing? Maybe they're following a program right now and they're like, it's just not sticking.
I think a lot of like take out the party people, which we kind of just were talking about the party people. Yeah, if you take out
Yeah.
people who don't actually drink that much anyway, they're pretty sensible on the weekends. They might just have 2 or 3 drinks, and that's absolutely fine. People like that who are just wanting to get started, a lot of the time they'll bite off more than they can chew.
Hmm.
So they'll go online, they'll find this plan, they'll find something that's worked for someone else, which isn't
Yes.
necessarily
Oh, yeah.
yeah, which isn't necessarily gonna work for them. But I
I
think
think we've all been on that road. Sorry, just on
no, no,
that,
yeah,
because sometimes you're Googling people and you're like, oh my gosh, she's so hot, or like he's so like jacked, and then they're selling a program and you're like, I'm gonna end up looking like that. And
yeah.
it's no,
I
like that
think
person's
I think that's a big thing that happens now. And keeping on this topic quickly, I think it's a lot of people need to stop looking at other influencers online. Like they've been training years and years and years.
mm,
You're not gonna get like that straight away. Like you might not ever get like that. But the only person you want to compare yourself to is take a photo of yourself
hmm.
and then keep comparing it to that photo. You'll be surprised how much you can change your body in 12, 16 weeks.
That's it.
Yeah, you're not going to look like that influencer, but you can drastically change your own body in 16 weeks. And in that time, that's enough then for you to see good enough results that you'll want to just keep going. And in that time, it becomes part of your lifestyle then, and you're happy with how it's going, so you just continue. You then might pick up the gym bug even more, and then you might go through different building phases and cut phases and things like that. But for some people, they're happy with their weight and or their physique, what they get down to, and they just want to maintain it, and that's fine. At least they've got the habits now to do that. That's the big thing. Just stop comparing yourself to everyone else. I'm the same.
Oh,
I look
I'm the
at
same.
I look at people as well, and I just think, oh damn. And but you get
It's hard. It's
like
hard
half
reality.
the people, like for half the people are more than likely had some enhancing benefits.
Yeah.
So
Oh, totally.
and a lot of time that people are comparing themselves to them. But even the people who haven't, who have like my coach, he's not done anything, but he's built a physique that looks great, and that's all from natural, and
Mm,
it just shows what can be done. But then sometimes I compare myself to him, and I'm like, oh, so, so I need to stop doing that as well, and just keep going back to my because everyone's different.
that's right.
Everyone is different. So if you take that first photo of you, just compare yourself to that photo. Doesn't matter if you're the same height as someone else or the same weight, it still doesn't matter. It's just compare yourself to that photo.
I used to do that all the time. I would look up other girls and their height. And I used to think, okay, well, we're the same height. So clearly,
Why can't I do this?
yeah, my frame should look. And I got so delulu to the point where this is like early on. I was like telling my husband, Matt, hey, can you Photoshop my head onto Nicole Scherzinger's body because we're the same height? And I need to find that photo because it's so freaking hilarious.
Wow.
Um, and it's so it would just when I look back at it now and think of, oh my gosh, like you're not even the same frame, like my, everything, limbs, like limb
Yeah.
length, like all just
Yeah.
the whole thing. It's like, come on, you know, that tends to be something that I think just forever as people and in this industry especially, I
Mhm.
think we'll just always be looking at those
Yeah.
aesthetics and
I
thinking,
think, and I think I think you can. There's nothing wrong with looking at someone and think, oh, I wouldn't mind looking like that kind of thing. But you have to always have to realize that that is a different person. It's not you.
completely.
So yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with potentially having, unless it's like you look at the next Mr. Olympia and you think, oh, I want to be like that, and it's like, well, let's let's
Yeah.
let's just rein it in a little bit.
Just reflecting on previous competition seasons, the category that I love the figure category, and I wanted so badly to be in that category that that's what I entered myself in my very first season. And I'm just so not that shape. If you look at figure girls, they've got a lot of muscle maturity, a lot of density, like hectic shapes, like really big, wide upper body. Like I just thought, oh, well, I'm wide up top, so therefore,
Yeah, yeah.
logic says I'm going to come out that way. And it's just like, no, that was just mostly body fat. And it was a real wake up call to kind of see, like, oh gosh, I gotta like pause, reverse, zoom out, look at actually my condition right now. Do I have those shapes? Do I have that
Yeah.
silhouette for that category? And no, and no, no, no. And it was just so much of a like backtrack and trying to realize, okay, I need to start from like
Yeah.
bottom, square one. Where
Yeah.
are we? What's underneath all the fluff? And then we saw not much, right? Like it peeled away and there wasn't a lot of shape there. So it's like, okay, we're
It's
starting.
we're not very different, but you're in that bodybuilding scene, aren't you, where you do the shows, whereas I couldn't think of anything worse. With like the going up on stage and doing that. Like I love everything about bodybuilding apart from that bit. So like I said, this photo shoot I'm doing is the closest thing I'll get because it's a private studio, no one's watching. It's just going to be me and the photographer. So that's fine for me. But oh, I gotta hand it to you and anyone who does it. I couldn't do it myself. But it's never been like a thing.
It's
I've never looked at it and thought, like, I really want to do that. I could get divorced if I end up doing that as well.
We won't be pushing that.
We won't be pushing that more. Like, if you were coming to me to prepare for your bodybuilding show, I probably wouldn't be the coach. But if you're someone who just wants to improve your general health and fitness and just look better than you ever have done and get confidence, things like that, and get stronger, then yeah.
The thing is, with your, from what I've observed anyway, from your training style and programming style, it isn't, I wouldn't say it's that different from a typical bodybuilding type program, right? Like you're still building your body and you're
Yeah.
still, having a split and very tailored type of
But
days.
the most of my programs would be about just building muscle and getting stronger. I just like the basics. The basics work. They always have done. And yeah, I just like to get my clients to build more lean muscle and get stronger.
They could end up looking like they were going to get on stage
Correct. Yeah, because I'll dial in their nutrition as well. So they could potentially look like that, but just without
without the sparkly
the
bikini.
stage. Exactly. That's it.
When it comes to changing your physique, like what you were saying, the fundamentals work. They always have worked.
Mm.
And I think that that's a component that will be studied and continue to be studied. Hopefully gain a little bit more popularity in the coming seasons because I think a lot more people are now understanding how important muscle is.
That's muscle's the key to longevity, and then you
Mm,
throw in the cardio. That's your winning combo. It's like the more muscle you have, the better quality of life you're going to have now and when you're older. So you'll see the difference between two 80-year-olds,
mm.
one who's lifted weights all their life and one who hasn't. One's sometimes getting pushed around in a wheelchair, and one's still exercising themselves. There's actually a guy in our gym, isn't there? I think his name's David. I mean,
Yes.
he's 80 or 81, and
Okay.
he's still repping out pull-ups and everything.
He does
Um,
weighted
he does
pull-ups as
weighted pull-ups.
well.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
So I like it. Just shows if you look after yourself now, the better quality of life you're going to have when you're older is going to be so much better.
Our community at the gym at Plus Fitness Alexandria, it's like to me, I'm always inspired because I see so many people like wide range of ages, right?
Yeah.
And it's honestly, it's the older ones that I'm like, that's goals to me.
I
If I
I
can see
I love seeing older people work out. I think it's fantastic. It's really good, and I like seeing it. There's more women getting in the gym as well now.
mm,
As I think it was at one point, wasn't it? It was very male
oh yeah.
dominated, but now it's starting to turn, and it's great to see. Starting to shy away from all like the 15, 20 rep sort of things and the light weights, and they're starting to lift some heavy stuff now, and it's great.
Yeah, it's getting serious. I love it. Speaking of which, it's nice seeing Molly come in as well.
I know,
It's
yeah. Tell you what, she's doing really well actually. She's been consistent for a while now, and when I say this, that if Molly can get into the gym, anyone can. Seeing her sat with a shaker and then like going to the gym, it's a massive step. I absolutely love it. So yeah, I love seeing her train. So yeah, it's good.
Do you want to share where people can find you and how to get in touch?
My main one I use is Instagram, so it's just Alex Owen Fitness, and I post on there daily. And then it plus Fitness
And
Alexandria for the in-person PT.
awesome. And that's so important. I love in person. It's just different, isn't
I
it?
think, yeah, that's one thing I'd actually say before we run. I would, if you're new to the gym and you want to get involved with it, whatever your local gym is, just get a trainer for 4 weeks. Just let them go through with you what you need to do so you've got a rough idea. You see so many people just wandering around clueless, got absolutely no idea. And it's not a bad thing. You've made the first step of getting into the gym. Just get shown how to do the basics on the machines and just a bit of dumbbell work. I wish I'd done that sooner when I like male and female. Just because you're a male and you think you know everything, trust me, you don't. You absolutely don't. So 1000%, if you're new to getting into the gym, just invest in the trainer in your gym just for a bit, get shown the basics of what to do, and then make a decision from then.
Awesome. Love it. Solid advice.
Solid advice.
Thanks for your time.
No, thank you as well. No, it's been great. I like we were discussing it. It's the first ever sort of podcast I've done. So again,
You're
this is
awesome.
me coming out of my comfort zone.
That's what the gym does, I think. Hey, it like really
It
forces you to
it does,
get
and
uncomfortable.
It does for sure. And I think when you realize that it's not a bad place, it's a place
Mm.
that you're improving yourself. It's a nice place to be.